You're listening to the soothing sounds of the irritable Bosko and Spyder podcast. This program is brought to you by contributions by viewers like you. Thank you. Now, enjoy your IBS experience.
Aw, yeah! Welcome to IBS, everybody!
Heyo!
Heyo! Brought to you by Bush Latte.
Bush Latte.
If it's not Bush, it's not Latte. I don't know if that's like the official.
They are the unofficial sponsors because
Yeah,
they
don't know yet.
They haven't agreed to shit, but you are our sponsors, Bush. So
Yeah. Thank you, Bush.
Checks in the mail.
Yes.
I expect royalties coming in. So again, get on that, Bush.
Yes, come on, Bush. You know what you need to do. Just do it right.
Bush Latte for the ones that get the job done.
Yes. Well, welcome to week number 2 of the IBS podcast, the irritable Bosko and Spyder show.
That's right. I am Bosko.
I am Spyder.
And here we have with us our guest soon, hopefully, one of our other partners here.
Yes, Ethanol. Ethanol is in the house.
We have Brian, aka B-Rye, aka the middleman.
So, I mean, back in college, when we had Mike and Mike in the afternoon hangover, Brian was kind of the, not really third wheel, but he was definitely in, he was in the vehicle.
Basically, I was busier than you guys, so I stopped in when I could. And it was just a different place to hang out and talk.
That's right. See, Brian was too busy with the senior events committee that I was also part of. You did all the work and I reaped all the benefits.
Excuse me, I was on the cross country team.
And the baseball team. I mean...
Wait, we had a baseball team?
I was waiting for you to say, well, Mike was on the cross country team too, and he made it to all the shows.
That's true.
Yeah, but I mean, I wasn't really going to class at all or anything like that either. It was more just I was wanting to do as much as I could at SNU so that it looked good on a resume later.
And did it look good in the resume?
And none of your employers cared 3 years after college, what your GPA was.
That's right.
I became a janitor, and I was a goddamn good janitor. I went and got all the chicks.
Could you solve math problems?
I could solve math problems.
The students couldn't.
Yeah, I actually I stole a chick away from a Harvard guy at a Harvard bar by solving an equation that he couldn't solve. And I went outside and I had her number. I slammed it up against the wall and I said, "How do you like them apples?" And he was like, "I didn't hear the first part of the joke," and I slipped and fell, pooped myself.
That's right. But then he kind of winked at me because he thought I said assholes.
Oh,
He's
was
like,
it?
How do you
were
like,
there too?
How do you like them assholes? He's like, finger licking good.
Yes. And I realized we were at the machine over by Fenway Park.
The machine!
The machine.
You're the machine. You are coming to party with us.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, so good shit. So Brian, don't let us down.
Yes,
Or
we
if
were
you wanna-
counting on you for comic relief and for thoughtful insights.
I'll give you. I'll give you something to think about.
Hey Brian, be funny. Make me laugh. Not laughing. Try it. I always fucking hated that, by the way. Like when you when someone's like, "Oh, this guy's really funny," or you had
Tell me a joke.
the really deadpan friend that's like, "Make me laugh." Can't make me.
It's like, no.
Try to make me laugh. Try.
It's like, stop it, Dad.
Get outta here.
Get out of here. We're at
I usually would pull out my most terrible jokes, like the driest ones you got, and people still not laugh, and then just roll their eyes and walk away.
But I'm sure if you told them now, they'd probably be hilarious. Because all the jokes nowadays are way too thought out.
Oh, totally, yeah.
But,
Like Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, a schoolgirl and the Pope all in an airplane. That one?
No, I haven't heard that one.
Oh, come on. This is just
It's second grade, SpongeBob.
This is just new people in the same joke. It's like, there's, what was it, the Pope, Donald Trump, schoolgirl, and Hillary Clinton all in an airplane, and there's only 3 parachutes. And so the Pope's like, I need to, when the plane's going down, of course. So I need to, So the Pope's like, oh, I need to give the world guidance, spiritual guidance, and blah, blah, blah. So I need a parachute. So and then he jumps out to safety. And then Hillary Clinton's like, oh, I need a parachute because I'm the smartest woman in the world, blah, blah, blah. And, I need to, make sure that women's rights are protected. And then she jumps out. And so then Donald Trump is looking at the young girl, and the girl's like, in tears, and she doesn't know like what's going on, and it's like, it's okay, I've lived my life. You can have the last parachute. And so the little girl's crying because she's laughing because she's like, well, the smartest woman in the world just took my backpack and jumped out of the plane. So actually, there's 2 parachutes left.
Is that a Hillary Clinton joke?
Yeah. Hey, 2016's call, and they want their joke back.
I am feeling so triggered by that, Brian. Triggered! How dare you speak out against Hill Dog in vain?
So to continue off of last week's debauchery that we got into, we got a little heavy into segmenting. That's what we're gonna do this actual hour that we have here. We're eventually gonna get shorter episodes so that people can listen to them while doing everyday activities.
So that people can actually enjoy our show.
So people can only listen to in their 15-minute commute to work.
Right.
Yes.
You know what's funny is that when we first started, trying to think of like our show concept, like, well, why don't we just start off with like a 15-minute, kind of appetizer, just to get a show out there.
I remember it was very structured back then.
Well, you weren't there for that conversation.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
No, we're having it here.
Well, no.
No,
I'm talking about the Mike and Mike show back in college.
I'm talking about like when we're planning for this show. IBS Experience.
Yeah.
We're like, we'll make it like 15 minutes, like the starter to like kind of get everyone's, appetite for it.
Get everybody's, everyone's whiskey drunk.
Yeah, then we'll move up to like 30 minutes. And then maybe if we're feeling ambitious, we'll do an hour.
It's not like
first episode, 1 fucking hour.
Yeah.
Went
Stick it
right
right in.
That's
Dry.
right. That's right.
It's not like Adam Jones' show where they just like spew nonsense for at least half an hour and then they kind of make some points with callers.
No, basically we're getting all of our ideas like just vomited out so that we only have 3 episodes of material.
Yes. Once we get past episode number 3, then we don't actually have anything new to say.
And so what's gonna happen is we'll be like when we had the Mike and Mike show where no one had anything to say, and then you were just beatboxing for 45 minutes.
No,
we honestly could have just left, but we decided to stay and muscle that one out.
Yes. Well, that was also, we had a 3-hour block that we needed to contractually make. No, you didn't sign a contract. Me and Mike signed a contract.
Did you really?
Kinda. It was more of a Brittany
Brittany was like, you guys need to fill this 3-hour time slot because we don't have anyone else.
Yes, because what's that big fat guy from Snoo gonna come in and program up an hour worth of music? It's like, here's another one from Jack Johnson called "Stick It Up My Butthole."
But also, it's kind of the same way that we signed a contract with the FCC to not swear, and look how that turned out.
95 times in 1 hour.
Dude, were we even broadcasting on actual radio waves?
Yes,
that was
we were.
We were.
We were only get it on campus.
No.
It was
like 92.7 or something like that.
We could be heard clearly in like Kansas.
And people in Kansas loved us.
Probably.
Yeah, they were like, hey there, Ephus, we got a couple of that there Mike and Mike in the Afternoon Hangover that we need to get to fucking go over there.
You sound like an Asian from Minnesota.
Oh, hello, I am an Asian from Minnesota. It's just like, it goes, oh, did you go down to the ground round? We also went down to ground round.
Oh,
and we went down to the All-American buffet Because you know Americans, big fat Americans, always got meatloaf that we really like.
You know?
Don't you know?
I feel like growing up, I thought that everybody from the Midwest just sounded like, what's that, Bobby's World's mom. Remember Bobby's World? Way back in the day?
I remember the show, I just don't remember, like...
Oh, yeah, she used to talk like this. She talked like she was from Minnesota.
Oh.
Yeah, she used to say, don't you know, all the time.
Oh,
She was a big
it's like
Green, she was a
everybody
big,
from Fargo, don't you know?
yeah, she was a big Green Bay Packers fan, and her
Oh,
son
yeah.
was not.
I bet you it was the same woman from, like... Who... Have you ever seen, like, the Keenan and Kel, like, Halloween movie? Where they go to, like, the haunted mansion?
It was a Keenan
And
Kel
there-
Halloween.
and
I
there-
don't remember this.
And
but-
there was, like, this,
Go
like,
on.
short butch woman with, like, a bowl cut. That always wore, like, the vest. Like
Yeah.
like the denim vest with,
Yeah,
like, all, like,
didn't she like sneak up on people or something, or like didn't she? Like,
no,
was
well,
it-
she was like one of like the dumbfounded characters, but like no, there was also like this like Frankenstein looking guy like that was he was like the butler or whatever, but like yeah, she's like, well, hello everybody, like everybody buckle up.
Yeah.
I always just think of like the stereotypical Midwestern woman looking like a mixture of Miss Frizzle from Magic School Bus and Lori Beth Denberg from
Yes.
all that.
Pretty much.
Those two people put together.
Yeah, like you have like the butchiness of Lord Beth with the hair of Miss Russell.
Yes.
And there you call her Pat.
Patrick? Patricia? No one knows.
It's just Pat. That's right.
So, I mean, as much as I love to continue on in this,
Yeah,
this
down
segment,
memory lane with Nickelodeon.
We can make a whole
We
segment.
are Marshall. I wanted to. There's not a lot of people that are gonna know that reference, but
Oh, I'm sure.
there will be
Well,
enough.
you know, saying the people that know that reference already died in the plane crash. Okay, so
Oh Jesus! Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Speaking of Thanksgiving, so I mean we've just and so you guys that are listening to this now are going to be listening to this on
All two.
Good Friday,
All two of you.
Good Friday.
not Good Friday, Black Friday.
Black Friday.
Well, I mean, isn't every Friday Black
Good.
Friday? No, all right, sure. Every Friday is Black Friday if you're in the right neighborhood. But so this is gonna be post Thanksgiving. Right now in Massachusetts, the governor just said that everybody that's not from Massachusetts pretty much has to stay the fuck
Yeah, better get.
Get!
Excuse me.
Get!
Excuse me, sir.
Get!
Excuse me. Can you tell me which way it is to New Hampshire?
Yeah, back the way you came. Fucking Charlie Baker over here is dropping like a giant load of get the hell out of here sauce all over everybody in the surrounding areas to quote unquote protect everybody from coming to Massachusetts. I feel like.
You guys heard about the little quarrel between New York and Connecticut before all this, right? Like New York Cuomo was like, yeah, Massachusetts, you're on our naughty list now. And then additionally, Connecticut was like, oh, Massachusetts, you're on our naughty list too. And Governor Baker was like, this is less than 4 weeks ago. And so he goes, like there was an article came out. It was like Charlie Baker does not agree with the governors of Connecticut and New York with their saying they're making a big mistake. Now where are we? Where everybody just stay in their own states.
Right.
I'm actually just listening to this background music. This is supposed to be like rock instrumental, and it's like.
You know what it is? It's like
Because I'm here.
It's like the typical like cakewalk, like maybe like sound editor. It's like,
Du hast mich.
yeah, like COVID. Love that. So by the way, like COVID, all right. So apparently
Tearing families apart.
Yeah, right.
It's tearing me apart!
It's like families are already torn apart. Okay.
Well,
Divorce
I know,
is not new. But it's also not something that needs to happen due to a disease. Is that what you're going to say, Bosko?
No.
Oh. Well.
Back to what you were going to say.
Well, I'll just see myself out. Goodbye, everybody.
See ya. All right.
See you later.
Show
I'll see myself out. Goodbye, guys.
Yeah, so you have so we were talking earlier about like how you want to make this like political, because I'm sure you could, right? Just like
What
the
was
same.
that supposed to mean? I'm just kidding.
What do you mean by?
What do you mean by political? What do you mean by I can?
So what do you mean by male models? So you have like the people like the truthers that are like, we don't believe in face masks, and you're inflicting on our right to do whatever the hell we want. Then like you have the I don't say normal people, but like you have like the people that are like, yeah, so we should probably listen to the experts, the quote-unquote experts, and just wear the mask to, not so much keep yourself safe, but keep other people safe.
First of all, Mike, they have a name, and it's called the middle class.
Yes, the
upper middle class, actually.
Let me roll up my sleeves and tell you about it.
Born in the USA, Mike was born in the USA. He was. I assume that you were born in the US.
I was born in Ontario.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like, so I can't. So right now, like, they're encouraging everyone to like wear their masks, and for the most part, people are. But lately, before this whole mandate to have everyone wear masks, I've seen so many people going to like Dunkin's, going to like different stores, just fucking like willy-nilly, no mask on, just walking like they own the place, alright? Like they're entitled to their individual freedoms. No one gives a shit about your individual freedoms, okay?
Well,
That's a hot take.
Hot take.
That's a hot take.
That is spicy.
What I don't understand is with all these mask mandates and everything, and people trying to do the right thing, how is there this many more infections? X amount of infections. I think it was like 2,000 more new cases. Like, who are these people? It's almost like I'm wearing a mask, but now it's like, oh, I gotta wipe my nose real quick, and then I didn't sanitize my nose, so now I'm gonna like touch all the doorknobs in this place. Oh, by the way, I touched all the mics after I
Brian!
my nose.
Brian picked his nose and touched the mics.
But guess what though? It's the same type of virus as the normal common cold. So everyone not everyone, but like a lot of people are gonna catch the common cold.
Well, I think it's just like, it comes down to like a bunch of douches. Not a bunch of douches.
A bunch of D-bags.
Yeah, a bunch of D-bags. I feel like it's just like, everybody has like one of those uncles that come around and is just like, I don't give a shit about any virus. I went over to my cousin Becky's house and she had the virus, but I was like making out with her and I came over here. What's wrong with that? I can drink where I want, so I drink in the park next to this guy who also was coughing on me, but I don't give a shit. I get the common cold every year, and that you wearing a mask is not going to stop me from getting the cold.
Notice here, son, right? I'm one of them people that puts on his pants one leg at a time.
I fought the war. I fought the war on drugs.
All right.
I had drugs on me at all times.
That war.
I fought the war on aspirin, and I'm still on aspirin. Take that, Obama.
Listen here, right? I have 7 automatic guns in my house. If I ever see a virus, I'm gonna blow that shit up.
Yep. You tell him, Toby.
That's right.
Yep. Now tell him about your 4 ex-wives.
No, go get him, kill him. No one's gonna hurt you.
Oh, go out in the back and get me a switch. I'm gonna beat my son.
Don't beat your son unless they deserve it.
Yes. But to continue on the rant, I think that guys, we're getting to that point where we're at the finish line. And this is a good me and Brian reference where we're at the 4 mile mark in a 5 mile race. Like all you gotta do is you gotta hop it to the end.
All you gotta do is just pick up your jock strap and just
pick it up,
motor it to the finish.
Yeah,
that's all.
Like we have vaccines that are gonna be here in the next 4 to 5 months. Like
4 to 5 days.
Well, it's just like why can't we just
since
fucking
Joe Biden won, we have the vaccine now.
Yes.
We have change.
Yes, but we've made change out of this
that
dollar.
was Obama's motto. I don't think the.
Well,
the thing is, like, why can't we just stay away from each other for a fucking 4 months?
It gets you to
Honest
know.
to goodness, I've been enjoying it.
Brian's been off the dating circuit for a year and a half, and we've only had this virus for a year.
That's right.
I like how that went from being very funny to being very sad real quick.
Brian's saving himself.
Yes, he's saving himself from marriage.
For the one.
For the beat.
Yeah, right.
For
Larry Bird is not walking through that door. Kevin McHale's not walking through that door.
Yeah, him and his broad shoulders.
Robert Parrish not walking through that door.
And Dominic Wilkins.
The one is not walking through that door.
Neo.
Yeah, Neo.
Alright, so let's quickly steep to the left. And for our weekly countdown of
Going
things,
to the left?
we're going to the left.
To the left, back and to the left.
Yes.
Back and to the left.
So this week's segment of, I feel like if we say hot topics, we're just ripping off fucking Wendy Williams. I don't want to rip off Wendy Williams.
But you know something? Wendy Williams has probably ripped off someone else.
Definitely. Have you seen her lately? She probably have ripped off an entire cow.
As the I think the bare naked lady said it best. It's all been done.
Ooh, it's all been done before.
Yvonne! No!
So this week, because it is Thanksgiving, or it was just Thanksgiving, depending on when I want to edit this goddamn podcast, the topic of this week, last week we had overused phrases and songs.
Yeah, and by the way, I've also thought of a couple more as I was driving home, because I'm like, God damn it, I hear that all the time.
Dude, I do that when it comes to arguments that I have with people,
Oh, yeah.
where like I just like am just like, ugh. If I could have just told that guy this, I would
It's kind of like
shut him down.
It was kind of like if I was at the bar. Well, remember those things, bars.
Yeah, bars.
And when I was at the bar and like I walked up to this girl and I was like, "Hi," and immediately she's just like, "Hi, I have a boyfriend." Oh, if only I just led with, "Hi, I have a boyfriend. My name's Brian." I would have beat her to the punchline.
That's right, you would have beat her.
You could have just said that you were her boyfriend. And then she could have said, I have a boyfriend. And you went, I know, I'm your boyfriend.
No.
You know what?
You're coming with me.
But throw her in a paper sack. Put her over your shoulder.
Right over the shoulder. Fireman.
Yeah, just Borat it out of there real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, like the argument thing, it's like a Seinfeld reference on that though, when George, gets mocked for eating all the shrimp at the company party. like, hey, why don't you save some shrimp for all of us? And he's like, man, well, it's like I thought of a perfect comeback too. It's like I was gonna say, something the jerk store called, and they're running out of you. They're like, what?
Yes. Well, I had sex with your mother.
No!
His mother died 4 weeks ago.
Oh, jeez.
So for this week, because it is Thanksgiving and we're in the fucking season, Mike's wearing a fucking turkey hat, we're going to do overused Thanksgiving stereotypes.
Yes.
So stereotypes, you go to Thanksgiving, this is what's going on, there's nothing you can do to stop it, this happens every year and you don't know why.
Yeah, that's right.
Fair?
Fair. But something, with this being the holidays, you could probably, there's going to be a lot of overlapping between Thanksgiving and Christmas themes.
Well, there already is because everybody's hanging up their Christmas lights right now as we speak.
Yeah, more like hang up in my closet because Christmas is over already.
Oh.
2020's done.
I have jokes, but I think they're too dark for this.
It's not dark enough.
That's right.
All right. So first stereotype. Bitches.
So what's up with bitches, alright? Get out of here! We want guys. Guys
I'm so triggered right now.
We want guys and men only at these parties.
I didn't realize that this was a Spike TV fucking like award show, like Screw Your Mom TV show. So the first topic is this thing I have never actually witnessed in real life, but I know happens to every Thanksgiving that has to be out there, is that there's some either dad or older gentleman in your life that falls asleep either on a chair, on a couch, on an ottoman, on your doggy bed. Something happens where a guy just passes out.
Sometimes, he falls asleep on his wife, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Sorry, Aunt Rosie, your husband sucks.
That's right.
But yeah, I feel like this is an overused one that like gets thrown around a lot because
it's always right after the meal.
Yeah, have you noticed that there's never like a joke that there's like an overweight woman that just falls asleep after eating a large meal? Like, what the hell is that? It's like, there's no like grandma that's like sleeping on a couch that you always go back to, and you're just like, oh, stereotypical fucking Mary Rose over there, fucking always asleep after eating turkey. Like, that never happens. It's always the dad. It's always like he falls asleep in like a leather chair, and it's like after he's farted a couple times.
Because the dad already like drank like a gallon of gravy, and it's probably like did him.
Well, my dear departed Grandpa Audiello is the one who would be the one who would fall asleep routinely for Thanksgiving or any holiday gathering.
Routinely or?
The weird part about that was that
he would fall asleep and he would snore.
I mean, he would fall asleep.
Literally, we would know it's dessert time because he would be snoring in the other room. That was the dessert horn, the dessert alert.
What?
Bring in the trough.
So you did see my last. You were at my last Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I've seen the trays of lasagna your mom would come in with, like in college. And no one ever had any. It was just you that polished those babies down.
Come on, I shared.
Oh damn! I had so much of
sometimes.
those. You kidding me?
I remember like the plates that you would load up. Like it'd be the entire freaking plate of just lasagna.
Oh come on!
An entire jar of marinara sauce.
Okay. First of all, this is when we were both like running like 60 miles a week.
Don't be blaming. No.
Bosko?
No, you don't understand. You don't understand. You don't even know.
Let's get those fingers go. Fingers.
No. Go ahead, Brian.
Jason Bays used to finish his meal plan in halfway through the semester, and it was the full meal plan. So my mom sending us like a tray of lasagna, or sometimes like I think she sent us two trays sometimes.
Yeah.
And it would just be like I would eat a quarter of it, you would eat a quarter of it, and then the next day I would eat a quarter of it, you eat a quarter of it, and that was it. Like that was one tray.
Yep.
It lasted 2 days. I'm sorry if you weren't there.
There's something about.
Sorry if you were working at Shaw's too much. Sorry if you're trying to find your wife.
Yeah.
At Shaw's.
Shaw's wife. Who would have known? Found her in the meat section. And if you know what that means.
That's right.
Love at first meats.
That's right. They store Bosko in the meat section.
A racist.
Deli.
A racist mouse is now in the meat section.
If you were to ask my wife, it'd be more like, like in the cocktail weenie section.
Hey! So small dick jokes for everybody. He spent too much time in the frozen food section.
Is there sauce for the cocktails?
It's cocktail sauce.
No, I'm getting some cocktail sauce.
No.
It's creamy. It's sweet.
But no, like there's something about like the White brothers though that I think you have like an endless supply of like hunger. I don't even know if that makes sense.
I think that goes for the whole family because my sister has that affliction too.
Yeah, but like it's fun. You just keep the same shape though. But like I remember our Cleveland trip where you and your brother.
Solid dog night, bitches!
You polished like what was the count again? Like 21, 22 hot dogs?
Yeah. I think I only get to like 14 or 15. My brother gets like 20, something like that. The legend grows every year, so every time we talk about it, it grows like.
Well, you know what's funny? So I came back, and I had 5 or 6 hot dogs, and.
Imagine if Fenway Park ever did that. Oh
my
god!
But like I remember coming back, and I remember like telling my wife, I'm like, yeah, I had like 5 or 6 hot dogs. Like, oh my god, that's so gross. I'm like, yeah, well, here's like gross. Listen to how much Brian ate. He had 11. His brother had 14.
Joey Chestnut ate 55.
No, the record's 72 in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Joey Chestnut did that?
72 in 10
or was
minutes.
that Kobayashi did 55?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Joey Chestnut.
Was that in like 2014?
Yes, most recently Joey Chestnut.
It's like 72 in like 10 minutes. I did 6 in 2-3 hours.
Was he like shoving it up his butt? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how does he do
I
that?
think if you did that, you could probably get another 5 hot dogs.
Perfect. All right, so next stereotype. Moving on.
Right.
So we got drunk uncle. So I gotta say,
which one?
being an uncle, I can say
the drunk one. All right.
I can say that I've never shown up to a family party drunk.
You have lived.
I always left drunk though. Hey.
Fucking Barney
You calm
The
down.
Simpsons?
You calm down over there. Barney, we know you don't have any other family.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Barney, we know you don't have any other family, so I know that's
Oh
why.
man. Hey, right, what am I doing here?
So I think that the debate that I want to bring up to this, meeting of the gentleman mind here, is we have. Sorry, Brian's opening up a new beer, and we were all trying to help him at the same time.
That's like a total broke.
No, that's Santa.
That is Santa.
Santa's coming early this year because of all the Christmas lights.
Is that a clatter?
Oh, I gotta get my presents in now before they shut me off. They shut down international travel.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We'll see you guys later.
Take that, Charlie Baker. Right from Bosco's mouth to yours.
That's right.
You could French kiss Charlie Baker with that mouth.
Catch me if you can. Catch me outside.
Catch me if you can, the Santa Claus version.
Fucking Leo DiCaprio just going through.
Leo DiNardo.
Leo DiNardo.
Hey,
Leonardo DiNardo.
I told you earlier. We got him in the area right now. We need to take advantage of this. But Santa with a Boston accent.
Ooh yeah, it'd be like a what was the latest Mark Wahlberg movie that he did that it was in Boston? Did you ever see that? Spencer Confidential?
Oh yeah,
That was pretty good. It was all in Revere and it was pretty sweet.
Yeah, I did actually see places that we
We went all the time. Yeah, they were down by Suffolk Downs. They were up near the beach.
Oriental Heights. Like I think Pete Superbeef made an appearance.
They were at the big scene. Was that Wonderland?
Twist and Shake. Oh, Twist and Shake was a big thing in that one.
Yeah.
And
Wonderland with the dogs.
Yep. If you look like. I think if you squint really hard, you can see Sammy's patio.
Yeah, Sammy's patio.
Yeah, that's right, Sammy's patio.
And I'm sure
Khakis Packy on Route 114.
I'm sure if you squinted even harder, you can see all the usual crowd at Sammy's patio.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Fucking Eric
Jackowitz.
Jackowitz.
Exactly.
They never leave. and then they never go home either.
Never. But the debate that I wanted to bring up to this brain trust that we have here is that, do you think, I don't know, you're an uncle.
Yeah.
Brian, you're not an uncle. But you will be an uncle at some point because you have Carrie.
Hey, I should tell Carrie to start pumping him out, huh?
I was gonna say, yeah, it's all on Carrie.
Yes. The dry ovum that is Carrie.
Yeah.
The debate that I want to bring up is that do uncles get drunk before the party or during the party? Or do they pregame to going to Thanksgiving?
Well, are they making the turkey?
No. That's usually Grandpa's version of doing things.
For example, for Christmas or Thanksgiving in the past, we would go to our, my mom's family at one of our aunt's house. And so, so our uncle would be very involved in making the meal. So I feel like
also be very involved.
I feel the more you are involved with making the meal, the more that you are likely to drink.
Yeah.
Early and often.
Yeah.
You haven't been to my house.
Convince me otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't been to my house, Brian. Well, yeah, you have, but you haven't seen my house.
I haven't seen your house since Mocha.
Really?
I haven't seen your house.
So.
Well, I have seen your house since Mocha. Not extensive.
Maybe for 5 minutes.
Well, correction, I can show you Mocha's urn.
Oh.
Is it here? Like, where are we? It's like it's in that cereal bin.
No, it's even better.
We eat him every morning.
It's even better. It's underneath the dryer. It's got, like, the dryer has this little, like, drawer.
Oh my god.
That's where you put soap. That's where you put soap.
That's where you put anything but dog
He's just like slowly every morning Mike's mom is putting like loads of laundry in there and be like, here you go, Mocha, you're now in Mike's trousers. And she's just like every day she's doing that.
And
It gives you that nice clean sheen that you need in your, your track pants.
So it's gonna be like one day, like you're just gonna be like, yeah, I really miss Mocha today. I had this like memory about Mocha, like, chewing up whatever or like digging up the yard, and I just really got really down, and so she was like, well, don't worry, Mike, because Mocha was with you today while you were thinking about Mocha, like in your memories, and then it's like, oh, thanks, Mom, and then she's like, but really, like I sprinkled Mocha's ashes on your pants earlier because they were in the laundry, and well, you know where we keep Mocha's ashes.
Hey, Mike, remember that coffee you drank this morning?
Oh.
You steeped them?
Hey Mike, you know that you always get that urge to like pee in the middle of the day? Mocha did that too, but never actually like lifted up his leg or anything, so you're never gonna actually unzip your pants. You're just gonna pee your pants constantly for the next like 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, that's right. You remember hanging out that sudden urge to hump pillows? Well,
Don't we all? I mean, I feel like that's a drunk uncle thing to do
it
too.
really is. It really is.
So back to the front.
All right, so we got one vote for getting drunk during the ceremony,
during the preparation and the dinner.
The dinner. What do you think?
By dessert,
do you think before pregame, or do you think during, like with everybody?
So I guess the question also would be, where is the drunk uncle? Like, is he getting drunk like driving over?
Actually, that's not the question. You should stay on topic.
That was the question.
Well, that's his like.
Is that your question?
Elaboration question.
No,
was a question.
no, sure, yes. Let's go that way. We'll go.
Well, no, because then you'd be drinking and driving.
No, I'm saying does like so depending on when you act. I guess
Manchester PD, what are you confessing to?
I guess like the real question is like, all right, let's just say that the Thanksgiving
or like the
meal.
host uncle.
Thanksgiving meal is like wherever the fuck this is happening. All right, so let's just say that the meal is happening at 5 p.m.
Oh, is he getting drunk before or after the meal?
Yes. So let's just say that the meal is at 5 p.m. Everyone shows up at like, let's say 2.
Yeah.
Alright? So drunk uncle normally shows up around 2, where he comes in and he's just like, bitch, here we go! Here it is! My name's Tony and I brought my own schnapps!
So
and you're just like, oh, fucking drunk uncle's here. So like he's been preparing for this for like a week. So like he came ready. Like maybe he had a DD. Maybe he had somebody.
Maybe he took an Uber.
Yeah. Maybe he had like a.
Maybe he had Uber drinks delivered.
yeah, so here.
He had Drizzly. And like make sure they have 30 rack of Bush Light, who actually is sponsoring this episode. Bush Latte. Nothing's colder than Bush Latte.
Limited
All right,
edition.
continue on.
So anyway, yeah. So I would say in that regard then.
You like that plug? Solid plug.
I would say pre-dinner is normally what happens because you're all amped up on like adrenaline, like, excitement of what could be.
I'm all
And then-
stacked up on Mountain Dew.
And you haven't seen your relatives for at least 6 months since July 4th or whatever.
And you won't see him again for another 6 months.
Well, you're gonna see him. You're gonna see him for Christmas. Maybe.
Allegedly.
Yeah, as long as COVID doesn't interfere with that, because everybody's gonna get the vaccine by December. But
December.
Biden December.
Yes.
Is that a stretch?
That's I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say before, and then after dinner, that's when you get a little sloppy.
A little sloppy. A little
This,
slosh in the pants.
That like that ongoing buzz you had starts to turn into just like you're not drunk, but like the after buzz, like you're not fully drunk, or maybe you were drunk at one point, but then like the after
You're coming
party,
down.
you're coming down,
You're in your happy zone.
and then
Everybody's just like watching NBA, watching the Lions lose. You're just like, Matt Patricia is like so frustrated. He should go back to New England. And you're just like, everything's right with the world.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh man, I just finished my 17th beer. I should probably now polish that off with a cheesecake.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly,
Oreo
that's probably
cheesecake.
the best form, because once you get more food in you, it just like slows down things, slows down the digestion.
Yeah, like your metabolism and your walking your car. Yeah, exactly.
So, follow-up question to all of this is that, do you think that it would be more interesting at a Thanksgiving dinner to have a angry drunk uncle or a really, really political drunk uncle?
Would be more interesting? Well,
Like an angry drunk uncle that stands up in the middle of the fucking thing and is just like, hey grandma, fuck you, fuck your politics, this is where you can stick it, right in the gooch. And you're just like,
You never loved me or my brother, and
It's
this is what my time, so suck it.
It's like, Uncle Constance, calm down, alright? Constance Smith, the oldest of my relatives. No, but would that be what you would like, an angry uncle mixed with politics? Or just like a really political guy that's just like, so I see that Joe Biden just won, so all the Republicans can go fuck themselves. It's just like, alright.
And he's like, why didn't Donald Trump focus on the libertarian votes?
Hey, Mike, why'd you vote for Mitt Romney?
Excuse me, but the Green Party had people to steal too. They feel the same way about taxes.
You could have burned one for Bernie, okay, Mike?
You know what? You know what? You could have just went out there and stopped people with your racism and your blockades of certain areas. With putting stickers on trash cans that say drop boxes, and people just drop those letters and drop those ballots, those illegal ballots right in there.
Hey, Mike, why don't we discuss your white privilege real quick? How about that? You and your red beard, your
Mr.
glasses, and your continuing education.
Michael Thaddeus.
Do you think that people in Harlem are having the same type of opportunities that you are having?
oh, who doesn't have to be Lucky Charms?
So what do you think would be more annoying? That guy or the guy that's just
Yeah.
sticking his dick in fucking grandma's mashed potatoes?
Annoying the political guy. Easier to handle the angry guy.
Yeah. The angry guy, you just gotta give him 2 or 3 more shots of Jägermeister and then he's
pass out.
yeah, he's out. He's just like, I haven't had one of these since college. All right.
Yeah.
Let's get another one.
Maybe-
You guys got Irish car bombs around here?
Yeah,
Hey,
well-
Dad, you got any Kahlua? Shut up. Get out of here.
In my family, would be like, here's a couple of cannolis. Go to sleep.
It's like, here's a couple of diabetes.
Just start the cream out. So I got one for you. So has your family ever hosted Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Ryan? I think
Like an extended family Thanksgiving? Like multiple people there, or like extended family? or, I have 7. My whole family put together equals 10.
Yeah,
The
I
immediate
don't really
family.
think it matters with this, where we're going with this, but
So it's always been my dad's family would come over for like 1 o'clock, and then we would like go to my mom's family's for like dessert or something like that.
okay.
So
Okay.
that was
You
the
would host
tradition for years.
So it's always like in my family anyway. Like we hosted like occasionally. Like we weren't like perennial hosters, but like we've done it like before. But like even like with like the holidays too. Like whenever like we would host Christmas or host Thanksgiving, it was just always just a morning shit show.
A pain in the ass, as they call
Pain
it.
in the ass. And you know, it's like the typical, typical like parent stuff, like where like, you know, you have to like clean like everything, like everything's got to be
The
spotless.
laundry room's gotta be spotless.
Yes.
Somebody might go in there. The doors are absolutely
Right.
closed all the time.
You know, and like, you know, when you're younger, like you're always kind of getting in the way, and like you don't know any better. But like when you're young, like when you're older, you learn certain tricks, like how to not do
Avoid
anything.
everything. Like sleep in, stay
Yes.
in your room
Yes.
until
Stay.
somebody calls on you.
Yes. So pretty much like not like getting out of the way so that you do not get noticed. I think not getting noticed helps your cause. And so there's one instance here with like when we had we were hosting Thanksgiving one year. And so usually we have, you know, an early lunch, or I guess like everyone would come for like 1 o'clock.
So 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock Thanksgiving.
That is the traditional
Yes,
Thanksgiving
okay.
because you make so much fucking food that you try to make 2 meals out of it. So it's like, you know,
Yeah.
late lunch and early dinner. It's all packed into one.
Right. So
many calories at once.
yeah. So like
And if you get hungry, well, there's leftovers later. As in, my brother would like, you know, be rummaging the fridge at like, you know, 6 to 8 o'clock.
so like this one particular year. So it must have been like, you know, like mid-20s. So it's one of my final years like living with my parents, and like, so I get up at 7 and like, you know, I'm just helping out where I can. I'm like, all right, let's just get this out of the way. You know, like everyone's like still like in their PJs, and you know, like my mom's got like a lot of like cooking like ahead of her, like a lot of the prep stuff she's done, but like it's a lot of just like, you know, execution now, and she's got her hands full
Get it to the
already.
table. That's your job.
And so 8 o'clock comes, and all of a sudden, and we're like, yeah, let's figure out who that is. My aunt and uncle showed up. 8 o'clock in the morning.
Hello, Youngs. Hello. It's your Aunt Dottie. Hello.
Hi, it's your Uncle Ted. Yes.
Michael, you haven't grown an inch since the last time I saw you. Actually, have you?
Let me pinch your cheeks. There, young Michael. Where's
Yes.
Adam? Did
Yes.
you get Adam around? Where is he?
Hey,
Oh, there
hey,
he
Michael,
is.
turn around so that your grandfather, we'll call him your uncle, can pinch your cheeks. No, I know you're standing right in front of us, but we want to pinch your back cheeks, if you know what I mean.
Get your back fat.
Dude,
Yeah, so-
we want to make sure you're still producing bacon back there.
So yeah, so we had. I just remember like I'm like, oh, hello. Not expecting you right now this hour.
And of course it's like 34 degrees outside too. Right?
Yeah. So I'm like,
We just came from the Manchester West football game. They lost. They lost
47-0.
47-0.
If they
So
could-
you weren't even on the Manchester West
Here's the
football
thing, though,
team.
like, here's the thing. They're not from Manchester. They're from Maine. All right. So they had to drive to get to us like,
Oh my
like an
God.
hour and a half.
Dude,
Yeah, they had to drive.
that's like 2 hours. So they literally left their house at 6. So that means they were up at probably like 4 o'clock in the morning
It's
to
like,
get everything
oh, hey,
ready.
you're 4 hours early.
This is what
Welcome to the potty, Grandpa.
as I'm getting older, this is what I'm most
But
scared
here's the thing, like they were.
You're gonna get to a Thanksgiving at 9 o'clock in the morning.
So they were 4 hours early to be like early to the party. Like the party started at 1.
Hey, they didn't miss a thing.
The party started at 1.
Michael, can you please show us to your flip cup table? Me and your uncle have been wanting to play flip cup with you and your brother for the last
here's the thing.
45 minutes.
Here's the thing, like so it started like so it started at 1 to be like consider like like I guess family early would be like an hour early, so 12 would be the early.
That would be acceptable. We'll
They
say
showed up-
acceptable.
They showed up 4 hours before the acceptable early.
Did they plan this with your parents or not?
No, they
Oh
showed
my
up unannounced. So so like my mom, who's still in her PJs, like like hair's not
Wait,
done.
let me get a better picture. Is this your mom's family or dad's family?
That's it.
Dude, it's coming. They're just like, wow.
I'm
Hey.
like, if it's your mom's family, they're like, okay.
No, that'd be acceptable. No.
Dad's family.
When they were in there, did they say like a bunch of passive aggressive things like, "Wow, this is a
No,
lot of
like,
house. I
it's
don't know
just-
if you could be able to heat all of this."
No, it's more of like oh, can we?
Why is there laundry still to be done here?
Why is there a dead dog in the middle of the backyard? Is that Mocha?
No, it was just a lot of like uncomfortable like just talking. It's like, oh, can we help? Like, no, like, you're the guest. Like,
It's like, actually, I can make my own hot dog pie.
No,
all
like-
right?
Well, lucky for us that the NFL has a game going on today at 10 a.m. because they're in London.
Hey, Michael, I see that you don't have the red zone package. Do you mind ordering that real quick?
How do you think the NFL families feel having a game in London on Thanksgiving? Because London doesn't.
yeah. I feel like this is
Do
before
they not?
London.
Did they not also get liberated on Thanksgiving? They're just like, thank God they
Thank God we
fucking
don't
let
have
those
them."
people go. They're eating corn and turkey. We're over here eating Cornish game hen.
And Indians.
First of all, they're Native Americans.
That's true.
They were here before the Indians.
Indians.
Oh, hello, Habib. So
So basically that ended up with like my mom going upstairs and just like flipping out. Yeah, she's like, what are they doing? Like 8 o'clock in the morning. Like, can't they see that I have to like get everything prepared and blah blah blah. I'm like, I was like, well, you're gonna have to like entertain them for this morning. I'm like,
I'm gonna put my face on.
yeah. Like, all right, well, let me go put my jeans on, I guess. Like,
your mom's up there throwing darts at a picture. Yes, I'm Donnie.
Who hasn't done that? Come on.
It's up there shadow boxing with a fucking speed bag. I have so much fucking work to do. Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather's cheering her on virtually.
Money Mayweather.
make money.
So, going back to my list where we 45 minutes ago. So,
So drunk uncles.
So, last topic
Covered the
situation
journals.
before we move on to another topic. So, every year my mom tries to subtly throw in the fact that she's a Democrat. Like, no matter what. Like, no matter who cares about it, she'll just slide it in
she
there.
needs to subtly make aware everybody who she voted for.
Yeah, exactly. And it's one of those things where, like, it's
This
not.
way you can just yell it from a rooftop. Doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Massachusetts.
I know, honestly.
What? Like,
And
they make it seem like every vote matters, but it's gonna be Democratic no matter what.
I actually had an employee. He's like, you know, I like Trump, but I voted for Biden. I'm like, what? Why? And he's like, well, I'm registered in Massachusetts, so why would I vote for Trump? Because my vote's not going to count. I'm like, wow, that actually makes a lot of sense.
That's like going to the.
That's like, I want to be on the winning team, basically, so then I can tell my wife, I voted for.
That is very true. It's kind of like going to.
That's America.
It's like going to like a fish restaurant and ordering the steak and feeling like this doesn't work here.
No.
But like you go there and you're just like, I guess I'll have the lobster, and everyone's just like, yeah, fuck yeah, lobster, yeah, ooh. But I mean, it's just kind of like one of those deals. Like even if you don't really want lobster that day, and like they're just like being like, well, we do have steak too, but we bought it 3 weeks ago.
Or you could be like lame and get like chicken tenders.
Oh yeah, of course. But my mom, like I was going back, kind of subtly puts in like what she does, like just kind of like is like really glad that this presidency is coming to an end, and everyone's just like, okay, no one asked. Because like I really like honestly like nobody in my family talks about politics at like any of our like gatherings, so I can't really tell where like my parents are. Like I think my dad is more conservative than my mom is.
No. Get out of town. That's not the trend.
Wait,
That's not the trend around here.
People talk in your family?
I know, it's crazy. I don't understand it either. Like I haven't heard the funny thing is like my brother Tyler talks more now than I've ever heard him talk before, which is like fucking nuts. Because like I'm pretty sure when you lived with my family, like my brother spoke like 14 words to you in the 9 months that you were living with us.
Yeah, I think half of them were just him laughing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So that covers that.
Yeah. My sisters is kind of funny because we do talk every once in a while, but it's not nearly about politics. It's more about like who's on Peloton and who's got bigger boobs. That's really about it.
I've got bigger boobs.
I got bigger boobs.
Get out of here.
But yeah, that's really about it. So like when my mom brings up those things, my dad's just like, he looks like Ronnie Dangerfield, and he's just like, oh, I can get no respect around here. It's like all of a sudden we're out here on the golf course, and I can't seem to get a birdie, if you know what I mean. It's just like, wait, what?
God, you're embarrassing me again.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like one of those kind of deals. Like, I don't know if you guys have that same type of split in your family life, where it's just kind of like weird, where it's like one's like vocally political and everyone else is just like,
I will tell you. All right, so it does get kind of political, but like my parents, they're like they watch Fox News all day, and then they go in the car and they turn on the Fox News channel on stereo.
listen to Sean Hannity going to work.
And I'm like, I'm getting
He's such a douche.
I'm gonna interject because that's a little bit of brainwashing if you only listen to one.
Yeah.
You know. Oh no.
So, but like, my dad was like big into politics, and well, I mean, still is. But then like my mom is too. But I mean, she just spews out just whatever Fox News says. And like, my dad, like he'll at least like read like different like media sources. So I mean, he
checked out Tucker Carlson, and he said that Ronald Reagan was technically right. Tucker fucking Carlson.
So like at least he'll have like a different viewpoint. Like he's still like very much like right leaning, but at least like he can see the other side of it to an extent. Whereas like.
He's also kind of funny, too. So that also makes it a little bit funny, too.
You want to know what's really funny is I saw some kind of,
jumping around beer can, like,
that's why we can't have nice things.
We have so much beer here, by the way. I'm looking
Why did we bring so much beer to the podcast?
It's like I brought a 4-pack, you brought a 30 rack, you brought a 6-pack. Plus another 6-pack.
First of all, don't worry about the 30-pack of Bush. Bush Light, the bushiest of the light.
And that's why it's called
Light. Once again, they don't know they're sponsoring this podcast,
But you're
they
sponsoring
are.
this podcast.
So that makes a lot of sense.
I can't wait till after our 5th episode until they just get us with a lawsuit.
I have no idea what the fuck they're talking about.
they're gonna give us a big fat check because we're gonna have 100,000 followers and we're gonna show our titties online like all those Instagram models. And there's a titty right now. Yes, sir. Oh, thank you for that.
Yes.
And we're all getting fired from our jobs.
Yes. Until they realize
It's
that
just like-
nobody cares about us at our jobs.
It's just like whoever appears on The Bachelor, they get fired from their job.
Yeah.
My mom keeps saying, "You should go on The Bachelor," and it's like, "Well, Mom, you just nominate me, and I'll let it happen."
I will nominate. I think you're a nice boy.
He's a nice Brian, nice boy. Like 14 of the bachelorettes are just people that
They get out of the limo and they're like, they get back in the limo.
Hello, my name is Guinevere, and I know Brian's mom personally, and she said that he was a nice boy. So.
What is it, like 20 of them, like they get out of the limo, like 18 of them get back in the limo.
Say, nope, not for me.
Nope.
I actually thought he was a little too tall.
And then like the only one that stays is like the Klingon, like, hi Brian, hi, I'll be your wife. I'll be your Brian. Brian. It's like, all right, well, yeah.
Hey, get over here. It's like, hello, my name is Melissa, and I'm a kayak enthusiast. If you're not into kayaks, I'm not interested. And Bryce was like, I don't even know what a kayak is.
It's like, I'm a marketing associate. It's like, yeah, I bet you are.
I have an OnlyFans. Does that count?
Oh, Brian, don't worry.
The most dramatic season ever.
Hey, I want you to get over here. I want you to clap your ass cheeks. Huh?
Don't worry about it, but I don't want to be crucified. Don't worry, Brian. When you're chewing on life's gristle, don't worry, you whistle.
Like,
Monty
last night's date with Brian was great until he decided to say, like, put a sparkler in my ass. And I was like, I can't do that on camera. And then I did that on camera for the ratings, and I still think I have a shot.
Well, the ratings were for like 2 viewers, so I mean, both
And then
viewers gave it thumbs
a
up.
hot air balloon, and we made out.
We made out.
Then he brought me a picnic, and we made out.
Yeah, baby.
And then we were surfing the dolphins, and we made out.
We made out.
And then he took me dancing, and we made out.
Made out.
And then we went skydiving, and we made out.
We made out.
And then he took me to a restaurant, and we made out.
We didn't make out. That was a lie.
Okay. And then we went horseback riding, and we made out.
We made out for bang on anyhow.
Glad you guys are so invested in my love life.
Yes.
I know someone that's invested in live life. Ooh.
But yeah, I miss our segments. What is it? Love stories from Brian. Well, I'd have love stories for you, but
We only have 5 seconds left.
You have 5 seconds to live. We replaced your heart with a baked potato.
That's right.
Alright, so we're gonna do some Transformers. That's our next segment.
Wait, no, so I think what we'll do though is we'll save that for next time.
Yeah, we should save that for next time.
We need-
we're already at
yes.
100. We're at
We
an
should make
hour and 4 minutes.
we should make it next time.
Yes. So I think this is about the time that we're gonna put a period
On your period.
this segment. So over, done with, never coming back.
Don't look back. Don't look up, by the way.
Don't look back at it.
Netflix movie coming out 2021. Leo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence, and Bosko. Keep an eye out for Bosko on his extras down on Salisbury Beach. He's one of the extras.
And if you want to tune into Brian's OnlyFans, he has an OnlyFans on Instagram where he only shows nips. Just nips.
Yes, mostly nips of Di Serrano and vodka, Tito's vodka mostly. But yes, mostly nips.
Hey, by the way, for this background music, thank you very much for playing Creed, right?
Hey, you're welcome. First of all,
How do you, I don't, oh, never mind. That's gonna
don't
that's gonna be a
worry
question for later.
about it. So that concludes another episode of the IBS Podcast.
I hope you learned nothing from
You've
this.
learned absolutely nothing from this podcast, but I hope that you had some laughs. This is a traditional way that we would correspond in a normal setting anyway. So I hope you enjoyed it.
Come hang out with us, please. We're lonely.
The middleman will be back for more episodes coming up. We guarantee it.
I don't care if you're dudes or females.
I don't care if he guarantees it, we guarantee it.
I
So
don't
he's really
care,
have a choice.
Just we need people to hang out with.
Right
So
now, right?
our-
Please.
So our tagline that we came up with, that I came up with, the spider of this podcast. So the tagline of this thing, we're eventually going to put this on t-shirts and on hats and on condoms and everything like that. Where the tagline to this podcast is, this is not just another normal BS podcast. This is the IBS Podcast.
That's right.
And if you could get down with that, we will see you next week on the IBS Podcast. Bosko, do you have any final thoughts before we get out of here?
You know, hope everyone has a good Thanksgiving. And, you know what? If you're not getting drunk, you're not trying hard enough.
That's true, and we can take that to the bank.
And, Brian's currently singing God Bless America while taking a pass. So, I think that's
Pass? Is he passing?
his... He's
He's
passing,
taking a,
right?
he's
Yeah.
taking a pass.
So,
So for Brian, the middleman,
God bless America.
I am Spyder. He's
I'm drunk, everyone.
and obviously for